What's the best Stagg Jr. of all time? We're about to find out. What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys what truly is madness. This is Stag Madness. Now, I have been fortunate enough to be able to get my hands on a bottle of Stagg Jr. This right here is batch 15, and it is one of my absolute favorite bottles on my shelf. But there is a guy out there, there is a YouTuber out there, Doc Martinez, better well known as Old Fashioned Ways. You've either seen him in comment sections on somebody else's video, on my videos, or you've just seen his own channel. He has the original 17 batches of Stagg Jr. and he wants to do a Stag Madness and find out which bottle of Stagg Jr. is the absolute best. He has asked 3 other channels to cooperate with him and indulge in this journey of the best Stagg Jr. batch out there. And those channels are Those Bourbon Guys, Bourbon Real Talk, myself, and his self, Old Fashioned Ways. Now, how is this going to work? This is going to be a 2-round bracket. I have 5 Stagg Juniors in front of me. I do not know what those batches are. His wife has labeled the batches with letters, so he has no idea. And I have spun these around and we have no idea what letter is what. So, the winner of this moves on to round 2 of the finals, and each other channel has to pick a winner out of their batches as well, and that winner moves on to the finals. So each channel picks one batch to move on. So make sure you guys go check out the other channels down in the description below to see which one of their batches moves on to the final round. Now, this is going to be a very, very difficult task because all of these, I'm going to imagine, are going to be absolutely amazing. I'm just going to have to pick out little details in each glass to see which one is better than the rest. But without further ado, let's get into glass number 1 and see what these Stagg Juniors are all about. This has a very warm vanilla. It's got a soft cherry backbone behind it. There's a touch of an oak, but it's a higher proof. It's burning the nose hairs. It's got this creme brulee aspect to it as well, which is very, very nice. That is really nice. It's super sweet and subtle. Cherry vanilla ice cream that rolls off of your tongue, which is really, really pleasant. That's really nice. It also has this like green apple sourness to it, which is very interesting, and I enjoy it a lot. But let's move on to glass number 2. Glass 2 has a little bit more cinnamon spice to it, right? It smells almost like a potpourri to it, like those like the scented pine cones and acorns at Christmas time. It has this potpourri aspect to it, but it has this dark brown sugar, creme brulee, sugary, crystallized, charred sugar on top. That's a little bit spicier. It's a little warmer. It's giving me a little bit more of a hug. I like this one a little bit more than this one here. I like this one a little bit more. I do. Number 2 is on the lead at the moment. Let's get into glass number 3. Let's see what this nose is all about. This has a grape forward, like a grape jam coming off of the nose. Like a very, very thick grape preserve. Not like Welch's, but like a nice homemade grape jelly or preserve. It smells thick and dark, and oh man, it smells so nice. It's darker, it's richer, it's got this, it's got a little bit more of a creamy aspect to it, but it's not as bold and loud as glass number 2, whereas this one, it's richer, it sits back, it seems like it's something that, it's a little lighter, but it's richer, if you understand what I'm trying to say there, but it's not beating out glass number 2 at the moment. Let's find out what's in glass 4. This one is light, it's got this peach note that comes out. It has a little bit of like a toffee crumble on top, almost like a peach pie. Nice candied peaches. Peaches is one of those notes that's coming out of this glass like you wouldn't believe. This one smells so nice. I love this nose on glass 4. Glass 4's nose is the best out of all of them so far. And that peach is there, right? It's there on the palate, but it's super fruity. Doesn't have a lot of that cherryness that you expect from a Buffalo Trace product. It's very peachy, it's brown sugar. There's a little bit of a maple aspect coming out of this. It's not maple syrup. It's that maple chip wood that I always talk about that I get on some of these bourbons. That's very, very pleasant. Wow, this one is edging out glass 2 at the moment. 2 and 4 are my favorites right now at the moment. But let's find out about glass number 5. Glass 5 is what I expect from a Buffalo Trace Stagg Jr, right? This one here has this cherry cola aspect. It's creamy, but it has this cola-ness with that backbone of that cherry medicinalness that comes through most of the time from a Buffalo Trace product. It's a lighter nose. I would imagine this might be one of the lightest proofed stags that have been released. Not quite sure what that proof number would be, but this has that traditional cherry cola-ness that I get from Stagg Juniors from the ones that I've tried. And it transfers over to the palate beautifully. It really does. It's got this like thick cola syrup, this cherry backbone that you would expect from a Buffalo Trace product. Has this warm vanilla that coats the tongue, rolls off the back of it, and the finish is very, very beautiful. No tannic bitterness coming from it whatsoever. It's just sweet in the beginning and sweet at the end. That one is probably number 3. Even though it's a little bit lighter on that proof is what I'm going to imagine that glass is going to be. But we're going to go through this one more time. I have to pick a winner, and it is difficult. This is so difficult. But at the moment, glass number 2 is winning, but we're going to find out one more time what these glasses are all about. I'm really excited to see what these other channels have and what their mindset is going into this, because this is a mind game. I have so many good bourbons in front of me that it's so difficult to pick a winner. And I wonder what they're thinking going into this and how they're going to decipher which one is better than the other, because these are all so good. There's nothing wrong with any of them. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a preference in this. Like if you have all 17 batches of the Stagg Juniors, and let me know down in the comments which is your absolute favorite. Or if you have a couple of the Stagg Jr batches, let me know which is your favorite, because this is so difficult. But going back into glass number 5 here, let's see if that cherry cola continues and lingers and lasts so beautifully like it did in the first time around. But it just doesn't live up to glass 2's palate. So my order is going to be this, and this. So I still have no idea what the order is. So I'm gonna let the letter speak for itself, and then I'm gonna find out later what batch it is. But in 5th place goes to letter G. Letter G is 5th place. So that's this one right here. You guys will know what batch that is. In 4th place goes to letter H, which is this one here. 3rd place goes to letter P, which is this one right here. Glass 2 in 2nd place goes to N, which means our winner is letter A, which you guys will know what batch was my preferred letter. Moving on to round number 2, which is the finals. So make sure you guys go check out the other 3 channels linked down below to find out what their winner is to move on to the finals, which is going to be an absolute blast. We're going to have 4 Stagg Juniors moving on to the finals to pick an absolute dynamite bottle of the Stagg Juniors to find out which is the winner, the best Stagg Junior of all time. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This has been a blast for me. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.